From Kids Eat Vegetables. I hope you're doing well today. Today I want to talk to you about what to do when your kids won't eat breakfast before school. And I know so many moms are dealing with this as we're getting back into the school routine where kids are getting up earlier and the mornings are a little bit rushed and the kids just won't eat breakfast or just don't feel hungry yet. And of course, mom is thinking, I need to, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I need to have them properly fueled. And that is true. We really do want to make sure our kids get off to a great start in the morning, and we want to make sure that their little bodies are fueled to do the best at school they possibly can. So I can understand how this can be stressful. If you are new to me, let me introduce myself. My name is Jen Zills. I am a wife, a mom of three, a certified health coach, and the founder of Kids Eat Vegetables, where I help busy moms on their journey to raising healthy kids. And I'm excited that you're here for this broadcast today. If you aren't on live, if you're catching this on the replay, please tell me in the comments, what are your kids eating for breakfast? What are your go-to items that you really use to fuel your kiddos before they head out the door for school? And if you have friends who would find this valuable, this broadcast valuable, please be sure to share. Please be sure to share the broadcast with your friends. As moms, the best we can do is really work together and have a good community of moms to help us out on this journey of motherhood. Today I'm going to share my top tips for what to do if your kids won't eat breakfast. And tip number one is start the night before. Really look at what's happening before they go to bed. For us and for our family, we close down the kitchen. Like there's no late night snacking, picking up your favorite choices after dinner. There's no dinner, no food after dinner. We try to close down the kitchen by 7:30 at our house. So if if kids are getting home late from practices and so forth, then usually everyone can get in and get dinner by 7:30, and then that's it. We're done for the night, right? We're getting ready to sleep. We're fueling our bodies for what it is we're going to be doing, right? That's what we want to think about food as energy. We're getting ready to sleep. We're getting ready to rest, and our body needs time to rest and rejuvenate and digest and just calm down for the night. And we don't want to be eating late night snacking has never done anyone any good. So don't start the habit. So think about how you're ending the evening, winding down the evening after dinner. Be very mindful of what your kids are eating. And also drinking. So many kids, I know I have one of them who loves to have a glass of milk before bed. And that's usually fine, but you just really want to be mindful if they're having issues eating in the morning, you might want to rethink the milk, maybe go to a glass of water, a smaller glass of milk. So really work on ending the day, ending our eating, work on getting rest and letting our bodies digest and refuel while we sleep, which is the intent of getting a good night rest, right? So be mindful of what they're eating the night before, tip number one. Number two, think about how they're waking up. I know I am guilty of this. If we are running late, or most mornings we're running late, I always work to try to make sure the kids are getting up in a calm, relaxed manner. And so you really want to be mindful of that. If they're feeling rushed, if they're feeling stressed, if they're feeling anxiety, just upon waking up, imagine how that feels. I think as moms, a lot of times we know the schedule in our head and we know where we need to be and what we need to do and what the kids need to do, but we're not telling the kids and we're not preparing them for what has to be done, right? So I'm a big advocate of, telling the morning plan to the kids, making sure the kids know the morning plan, and being mindful of the way that they're waking up, that it's in a calm manner as much as possible. It's not from me yelling or other kids yelling, right? It's time to wake up. It's a calm way to wake up. And if you're struggling with them not eating, maybe if they get up just a couple minutes earlier, maybe 5 minutes earlier would make a difference to giving them time to get up, get dressed, think about the day, prepare for the breakfast, and just having them in the right state of mind. Because when you're rushed, it's hard to eat. And if you're already struggling with breakfast and the kids are already having a hard time, really look at how they're waking up and maybe getting them up just even 5 minutes earlier so they have more time to adjust and really think about what it's going to be for breakfast. Number three is start small, right? Like when we think of an American breakfast, you think of like the Denny's plate of all this food. No. A big bowl of cereal? No. Start small. If your little one is struggling with breakfast, or in your mind you're like, I need to have them fueled well for school, start small. And this is a favorite of ours, these little mini muffins that I make. If they just want one or two little mini muffins, even if just one, start with one. If they can just get one little mini muffin in them, just something to have in their bellies, it's a start. Okay, and these are homemade. So 2 things, start small, but make sure it's nutritious, right? So you don't want to go get mini muffins from the grocery store that are just empty calories and filled with sugar and a lot of horrible ingredients. Start them off right with a little homemade mini muffin. I have so many muffin recipes on my website, kidsyvegetables.com/tips. Go to kidsyvegetables.com/tips. You can sign up for my newsletter. And if you go to kidsyvegetables.com, you can search for muffin recipes. I have a ton of them. So these have, oatmeal, coconut oil, flaxseed, chia seed, right? So they're very nutritious. They have protein, they have healthy fats, important parts of starting our morning. So a little mini muffin, a little breakfast cookie, one small waffle, right? So start small, don't overwhelm them, but just getting something in them, right? So something little, but nutritious. Not a processed food. Do not start the morning with processed foods that's just going to spike their blood sugar and then crash before they even get to 9:30, 10 o'clock. Number 4, think beyond breakfast foods. So eggs, bacon, oatmeal, whatever it is, right? So think beyond that. If your child ate what was for dinner last night, huge mom win, yay for you. But think about serving that for breakfast. That's fine. If it's shredded chicken, if it's macaroni and cheese, whatever it is they had for dinner the night before, give that to them for breakfast, right? And hopefully, they've had a healthy dinner before. And so this is what we had for dinner last night. And this morning I was filling up thermoses for lunch because everyone took this in their lunch today. And one of my daughters said, "Hey, can I have some of that for breakfast?" And I'm like, "Absolutely, why not?" So this is, a little pasta bake. It's gluten-free pasta, grass-fed beef, organic tomato or pasta sauce. So, it's healthy, it's nutritious, and that's what she wanted to have for breakfast. I'm like, that's fine. I think there's a little bit of cheese in here as well. So, right, you got all your food groups. It's a good start. So I'm like, "Well, you do know I'm packing this in your lunch as well, right?" She's like, "Yeah, that's fine. I really liked it." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." So think beyond typical breakfast foods and just go to your kids' favorites. A healthy option, even if it's, like I said, shredded chicken or turkey slices or whatever it is you had for dinner, pasta bake, chili, soup, that's fine. I love to have soup in the morning, no problem. I know a lot of times if we have roasted veggies the night before, my husband and I will have those with our eggs with breakfast. So think about, what you had for dinner. If your kids ate that, serve it for breakfast. Offer it for breakfast, see if they'll have that. Number 5, smoothies. Smoothies are always a good choice, especially if you are going to be on the go and you can put it in a travel cup or a sippy cup for them. And if your kids are struggling with breakfast, keep the smoothie simple. I'm always telling you that smoothies are a great way to introduce vegetables. Well, let's not start there if the kids are apprehensive about breakfast foods or having breakfast. Go with a beautiful berry smoothie, something that's a nice purple color or a peach, something that's really appealing that is packed with nutrition. And even if it's just a little bit, they don't have to have a huge 8-ounce glass. If they're little people, little 4 ounces of smoothie is a great start. A little bit of smoothie, a little mini muffin. If you can get that in them, you are awesome, mom. So work on that. So think small, think beyond breakfast, and think about having some type of smoothie. And if you can make the smoothie the night before, you can absolutely make the smoothie the night before. I like to put them in a little mason jar with a lid. That works, and that way it's ready to go for the morning. So that's number 6, if they're not gonna eat it, you've tried everything, don't stress, okay? Don't stress out about it, but think about what they're going to be having for snack. So I know a lot of schools, even up to my 3rd grader, they have snack time. So it's in the classroom, it's nothing really formal, but they do have time to have a snack for, in the morning before lunch. And that's usually, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's still fairly early in their school day. Think about snack and really try to make the snack as nutritious as possible. We like to do the mini muffins. We like to do applesauce pouches, a piece of fruit, right? So consider that they haven't had breakfast and really beef up that snack. And also talk to your child's teacher, right? Because if they're going to be having a bigger snack, maybe they're going to have 2 or 3 items. Maybe they're having a muffin and a little applesauce pouch. If they're going to be having a bigger snack, they might need a little more time to eat that, and that's fine, right? If you talk to your teacher about what's happening, I'm sure they're going to be a partner with you in this, because properly fueled kids are going to do better at school. They're going to perform better, they're going to behave better, less fidgeting, more focus. It's in the teacher's best interest to make sure the kids are properly fueled as well. Don't stress about it. Let them go to school. Don't, oh, you're gonna be hungry, oh this, oh that, you didn't have breakfast. Don't stress about it, but talk to their teacher and really think about what you're gonna have in that snack. Nice, just nutritious snack. So those are my tips for today. If you're joining me live, please let me know. I saw some hearts fly, so I'd love to chat with you. Tell me what it is your kids are eating for breakfast. If not, if you watch this on the replay, no problem. Just, let me know in the comments, what are your kids eating for breakfast? What are you struggling with when it comes to breakfast and getting the kids off to a great start in the morning? Hey, Jack, we do raisin bread as French toast and send for snack. Yeah, that sounds wonderful. My kids love French toast. Excellent, excellent. And send it for snack, right? So that's perfect. I'd also say this, if your kiddos are not eating breakfast, make sure snack is familiar. Make sure something they know and you know that they like, because again, they're really needing that for fuel. So excellent, excellent. Again, if I'm going to share a couple recipes, breakfast recipes in this week's newsletter. I send out a newsletter every Saturday morning. Go to kidseatvegetables.com/tips. Again, that's kidseatvegetables.com/tips. You can get on our weekly newsletter, and I send out recipes, tips, videos, coloring pages for the kids, jokes for the kids. So really, it's a little summary of the week, and hopefully you get some great items or great ideas for your meal planning for the next week. That's the intent. So you ladies have a great day. Jack, thank you so much for joining me. We need to catch up. We've been chatting for a while. So thank you so much. And like I said, if you think this broadcast would be valuable to your friends, please be sure to share it out. We'll talk soon. Bye.